What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 1, Episode 10. This is the recap, and man, this was a hell of a season finale, man. Your girl Liliana, she met her fate in this episode. I know a lot of people was pissed off. They wanted to see Liliana's character last a little bit longer because she was very, very loyal and she's been around since the original Power. Her popping back up in Force definitely brought a different type of feeling to this show, and she helped Tommy Egan out a lot. But at the same time, she did have personal issues with the Serbians. It all started with her at the beginning of this season, and everything caught up to her during this war. But hey, you know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely talk about your girl Liliana this week. What do you guys think about her and what she brought to the table? And what did you think about the season finale? How will everything play out for your boy Tommy Egan in season 2? We know not having that control of Dahlia is probably going to affect him. And Claudia, she tried to make a small little move with him at the end of the episode, but Tommy was like, nah, we ain't doing business together. Never again. It's just not going to happen. And I know Tommy's going to be pissed off once he finds out that Claudia was the one that killed Liliana. So I can't wait to see the conclusion of that next season. Also, how did you guys feel about Jannard surviving? I already know a lot of people wanted this dude to go. I had a feeling he was going to be able to ease his way out of everything, in which, you know what I'm saying, that was on Diamond. Diamond allowed him to live and give him a second chance at life. So we're going to see what Jannard's going to do. I still believe it's going to cause some issues for Tommy and Diamond down the line in season 2, just based on what we saw from Jannard in season 1. I mean, the dude cannot be trusted. At the same time, he's a cokehead and he makes a lot of mistakes. So we're definitely going to find out what is next for his character in season 2 and how he's going to be rolling. Now, it was a lot of different things going on in this season finale. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. So what did we see in Power Book 4 for Season 1, Episode 10, the season finale? Now, the episode starts off with your boy Tommy having a conversation with Vic. And Tommy, he is trying to keep the peace. He's like, you know what? I might as well just call this kid, have a conversation with him, and see if we can have, you know, some peace when it comes to this whole issue with us. But that is not going to be the case. It's not going to be any type of peace at all. Vic still believes Tommy has something to do with the whole hit on him and Gloria, which at the end of the day, that's a huge mistake. And it is a huge lie. And Tommy is telling him, like, kid, are you ready for war? And Vic is hyping himself up, as I told you guys, and tells him, yes, I am ready to go. At the end of the day, we know he ain't on Tommy's level at all. I mean, y'all saw how easy Tommy was able to take down the 4 horsemen. I mean, he eliminated them very, very easily, in my opinion. So Vic is ready for war. Tommy is ready for war. And everybody's just getting prepared for what's to come. Now, Tommy goes to the Serbians, talks to Markovic, and he's letting him know, like, look, I need certain things. I need 2 guys to be with me, and we're going to end up making a move. Now, Tommy wants to make sure that these dudes are going to actually listen to him. Now, Markovic tells Tommy, like, you good. These guys are going to listen to you, but if you try to double cross me, they're going to kill you, plain and simple. So this whole connection with the Serbians, I guess, is good for now. As I told you guys, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And seeing that they have a common enemy within the Flynn organization, the two, they're going to continue to just work together. But we know down the line, Tommy, he wants to move away from the Serbians because they cannot be trusted at all. Then we get to Adrian and, of course, Diamond. And she already knows that something is up with Diamond. He's not acting right. She can tell based off his body language that he's going through some things. And she thinks it's because of what he told her in last week's episode about the person that he thought he can trust pretty much turned on him, right? So Diamond ends up getting the call from Jannard. Jannard is pretty much trying to make sure that Diamond is at the barbershop so that Blackston can come there and go ahead and execute him. But it backfires because we know Diamond already understood what Jannard was trying to do, right? He's been knowing this, so now he can prepare a little bit better and he can counter. But when they were sitting in that car, man, your girl Adrian, she was shook. She couldn't believe what was going down. And they ended up watching Blackston go in there. He had a crew with them, and they was all strapped up. And I'm pretty sure Things would have not ended well if Diamond would have stayed. So this is why he got Adrian out of there. I mean, that was a smart call. Now, we got the four horsemen. They at the bar. They kicking it with Vic. They in there getting drunk. They ain't even thinking about war, which is why they end up slipping up. And Tommy took advantage of them during this scene. Now, my mans was having a conversation with one of the chicks in the club. He takes her outside. They go out there. They having a good old time. He's probably thinking he's going to clap those cheeks, but no, that's not going to be the case. Tommy popped up right behind him, chokes him out, letting him know that he can pop up at anywhere in any time. And this was easy work, the way it was all set up. And of course, Tommy wants to send your boy Vic, Walter, all of them. He wants to send them a message letting them know that, look, I am not the person that you want to mess around with. So, of course, he leaves the body and is just out there hanging and is on display. We know Walter Flynn, he came there. He was pissed off because he's like, man, what the hell was y'all doing? I mean, y'all was in the bar drinking and all that stuff. We supposed to be going to war and y'all having a good time. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. So we know Walter ended up taking lead. He said, you know what, Vic, you ain't ready. You are not ready at all. So I'm going to take lead. Walter, he's just not going for it. He doesn't trust Vic's decisions. Now, Claudia is trying to tell him that she has a way to get to Tommy. We know Tommy has texted her and he's talking about, meeting up for the whole Dahlia drop. But they ain't really trying to listen to your girl Claudia at all. They keep brushing her off like she can't do nothing. But we know down the line, they're going to need her to get close. Now, D-Mac is recovering. We know he got shot in last week's episode, but he is recovering, trying to get himself together. Now, JP, he's telling Tommy he needs his file, whatever, that has his medical information and D-Mac's information because the hospital needs it. So Tommy's going to go to the house and look for it. At the same time, JP is telling Tommy he needs to find out who did this to his son because he wants them to pay. He doesn't like what happened to D-Mac and he's trying to do whatever it takes to protect him at all costs. Then we get to your boy Blackston. He has got hemmed up by Diamond. Diamond has caught him slipping and he's getting revenge for him coming to the barbershop trying to take him out. And he's trying to get some information out of him, asking him who sent him. Then eventually Blackston does break down and tell him that it was Jannard. And Diamond already knew this. He just wanted to hear it out of his mouth. Once that does happen, your boy Blackston was telling Diamond, like, look, you done turned soft, you done changed. I mean, you're not this, you're not that. I mean, he pissed Diamond off. So Diamond said, you know what? I guess I got to take you out since you believe I'm not going to do it and I'm so soft and all this. So he eliminated Blackston. So this dude was only in 4 episodes. I was thinking that Blackston would have been a part of the show a little bit more, but I guess his time has come early and he was taken out. So he had to go at the end of the day. Now Tommy, he goes back to JP's house because he has to get that file for him. And while he's there, he notices that someone is in the house searching for somebody or something, right? And it's Kate Egan. So Kate has made her way to Chicago. We predicted that she would come. She popped up. Of course, she wants to meet JP. Tommy's like, look, you can't screw any of this up because that's exactly what you were going to do. I'm willing to pay you some money in order for you to leave. And he does. He pays her off and tells her, look, you need to just go. But we know Kate, she ain't going to just go that easy. She wants to meet her son and she wants to, learn about what's going on within the family, right? So Kate does end up staying. At one particular time, I thought she's going to get caught up messing around with Tommy, knowing that this whole war is going down. I had a feeling that your girl Kate was going to end up, getting hit, but she wasn't. Now, Claudia tells everyone that she has the drop on Tommy. He's supposed to be meeting at the lab. He is in control of Dahlia, but she's not telling everybody that she is partners with Tommy. So she's only telling part of the truth. And of course, her pops is like, look, this is what I'm talking about. She is doing what needs to be done. He is praising her. But like I told you guys, he don't know she was the one that was doing business with Tommy in the first place and that he was texting her. And this is how she really knows where Tommy is going to be, right? Vic doesn't necessarily trust this. He's like, look, we should just wait and plan out a better strategy to approach this. But of course, Walter is like, hell nah, we going straight in. This is what we're going to do. Even Paulie was against this move at going at Tommy like this because they didn't think it was 100% safe, which we know at the end of the day, they were right. It was not 100% safe, and some of the 4 horsemen end up getting taken out. Now, we get to Jannard and he finds out that Blackson has been taken out, and the look on his face, I mean, that dude's looking like he done saw a ghost. He knew what time it was. He's like, man, I done slipped up. On top of that, Diamond knows that I, am after him. Now he's trying to figure out what he can do to try to fix this, but he know his time is running out and his options for protection is running out as well. Now we get to the lab, and of course a big shootout happens. We got bodies dropping left and right. Of course, some more of the four horsemen is taken out. Tommy, knowing that these guys was going to come, was a leverage for him because he was more prepared. They wasn't. I mean, if I was him, I would have just waited till they came and blew the whole spot up like Vic was talking about. But I would have been in a whole different location. But Tommy was able to take down some more of them dudes. Now, Vic, he gets the text from Tommy talking about 3-0. I mean, he's upset. He is pissed off about this. And he's talking to Claudia like, what business and, what things are you doing with Tommy Egan? I don't trust it. Or are you really telling the truth? Like, what's really going on? Of course, Claudia plays it off like it was no big deal, but she's not about to tell him that she was, doing business with Tommy as far as the whole Dahlia thing. She is trying to control the board, and she doesn't want people knowing everything that she is doing deep down inside, right? Now, we get to Tommy. He goes back and he lets Liliana know, like, look, this thing is getting out of hand. Whoever shot at me and D-Mac, they was some street cats because their approach was completely different from what he just saw at that lab. He is talking about how, these Irish dudes is more of like a military trained type, operation. So he understands that someone else is after him. Now, Liliana tells Lauren, the cook, just to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go, and it's probably not going to end well because if Tommy doesn't have no more use for you, bad things happen. She understands that this girl's life is on the line. At the end of the day, this was a bad move because now you're, giving Claudia a better chance of getting this cook, which can help her operation out, right? Which at the end of the day, they end up paying for because we know Lauren, she end up giving Claudia Tommy's weakness, which was JP. Now, Claudia is not playing around. She's like, you know what? I might as well make my moves with one of the four horsemen. Let them know that I am the one that's dealing out this Dahlia. She gives dude a sample and he's hooked instantly. And she is pretty much telling him this is the future. Her pops does not agree on what's going on. But he's like, look, we can do business together. So now it seems like Claudia is definitely setting up shop for the aftermath of this war. She wants to control the board at all costs, and she's willing to do it. And she's willing to get the job done, even though they're going to war as we speak, right? Now, my man, he was feeling Claudia. He was like, you know what? I might as well go for my move. He tried to go in for a kiss. He was trying to clap those cheeks for real, but Claudia told him, like, nah, that ain't happening. You are not my type. Stick to business, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing down the line if you survive, which we know that was not the case. Now, this cook was caught so quick, and I knew it was going to happen. I talked about this in my final predictions video. I said she is a key element of this whole war because of what she can do. Now, for Liliana letting her go, like I told you guys, there's going to be some major consequences of that. And you already know Claudia, she wants to know Tommy's weakness. And right after she asks Tommy's weakness, we see JP. So we already know JP is going to be a victim. He's going to get caught up in all of this, right? Now, JP finally meets Kate Egan. And he was happy. He was happy he was finally able to meet his moms. And of course, she was kind of shook. Like, really? Like, this dude is all over me. But, I mean, what did you expect? This dude has been wanting you for the longest. And he's finally able to see you. So, of course, he wants to show you love. She tells Tommy this is how you're supposed to greet your mom when she pops up. So, you already know Tommy feels some type of way about that. Now, JP is like, man, I got to go back to the spot and get that medical information because Tommy forgot to grab it, right? Now, Tommy is telling D-Mac about his mom's like, look, you want to meet your grandma or whatever? And D-Mac was tripping out. He was like, man, so I got a white grandma. But we know him and Kate actually had a conversation. They kind of just cut it off. But I can't wait to see more of this, man, because Kate is crazy as hell. And the things that she's probably going to tell D-Mac, she going to have that dude probably losing it, right? Now, we get to Jannard. And Jannard, I guess he's going to go for broke. He said, you know what? I got to do what I got to do. I got to make deals with whoever. Now, this is the part of the episode that I did not like because I'm looking like, man, so y'all just going to make these deals with this cokehead? all of a sudden, the Serbians talking about, oh, well, we had issues with Walter Flynn. Are we pretty much done caught enough bodies? We good. We want this to end. Gennard is talking about how he can stop all of this, the war between the Flyns and, of course, the Serbians, and that the main objective should be Tommy Egan. So this is why he runs back to Walter Flynn, and he's pretty much setting up a deal. Vic ain't going for it. Vic is pissed off. He's like, ain't no way we about to make a deal with this dude, especially after what happened to Gloria. Vic is like, no, I want blood for blood. I want the Serbians at all costs. But Gennard, he's selling it, man. He is selling it like it is his last hope that he has, which it is, because he needs all the protection possible. And Walter's like, all right, I'll work with CBI. So now all of a sudden, Walter Flynn wants to work with CBI. I mean, I thought he called them black parasites, right? I thought he didn't like CBI. I thought there was blame for a lot of different things, but now all of a sudden he wants to do business with them. And Vic doesn't like it at all, but Walter, he is controlling the board. I thought Vic was supposed to be leading, but I guess not. This is going to cause major issues. This is why the family kind of broke out towards the end of the episode, where those secrets finally was revealed. And it's just crazy that Walter was still willing to do a deal with Gennard, knowing that he has issues with Diamond. I mean, he doesn't care at all. This is why I'm saying him making the deal with Gennard makes no sense. But at the end of the day, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I mean, hey, Gennard went for broke, and I guess it paid off for him. Now, Tommy, he's having a conversation with Diamond. He's telling him, like, look, I'm pretty sure it was CBI who came after me, which I know it can't be you, and you ain't in control. Something else is going on. They put 2 and 2 together, and they figure that it is Gennard. And Diamond has told him he's already taken out Blackston, and now the two agree to work together. We know Diamond wanted to take out Walter Flynn a long time ago, especially after how the dude was talking. So this is nothing for him, right? Now JP goes back to the spot, and then all of a sudden he is hemmed up. And we knew this was going to happen because your girl, Lauren, she gave us some intel to Claudia, because this is his weakness. This is Tommy Egan's weakness that she gave him. So now your boy JP, he's pretty much done for until Tommy goes and saves him. And now they're telling him, look, we need to meet up at this spot. We need to have a conversation. We're going to exchange you for him, your life for your brother's life. Which one is it going to be? So now Tommy has to figure out a way to save his brother. And we knew eventually this was going to happen. I'm looking like, man, this dude cannot catch a break at all. So now Tommy, the crew, they all have to figure out a way to go in and get your boy JP up out of this, which we talked about. We knew it was going to be a final exchange between everybody. Now, Gennard is like, man, I can't believe Tommy has a black brother, in that this dude is D-Mac's daddy. He can't believe it. He's just very surprised about all of it, which makes sense. I mean, didn't nobody know this information at all? Now, Claudia does ask Gennard about that whole hit with the Serbians, and if he believes Tommy has something to do with it. Gennard lets her know, like, look, he doesn't believe that Tommy had anything to do with the hit on Vic and Gloria, and that he wasn't working with the Serbians at first. Now, Claudia understands that this whole thing about Tommy working with the Serbians is a lie, and that her dad is the reason why the Serbians came back, because Walter was the one that went at them and they kept coming back. So she understands that all of this is really for no reason, right? It's for no reason. And at the same time, Claudia is trying to recruit Gennard, telling him she can get him this and all this stuff about Dahlia, and she wants him to push it, right? So, as I told you guys earlier, your girl Claudia is making major moves regardless of what's going on. That means she's thinking 3 to 4 steps ahead of the game. My thing is, it's going to be some consequences for the people that you're working with and for your actions this season. Now, we get to your girl Liliana, Tommy, and Diamond. They're trying to figure out what they need to do next to get JP back. And Tommy's like, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to give them what they want. They know that they need Tommy. They want Tommy Egan at the end of the day. So they're going to create a game plan to make it seem like they got some issues. Like pretty much Diamond and Tommy was going at it, which it kind of worked at the beginning. It caught everybody by surprise when Diamond walked out there with Tommy and he had the gun to his head. Now, Walter was asking some questions like, really? So all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, Diamond is hemming up Tommy. This doesn't even make any sense, especially after Diamond told Walter that Tommy was trying to skip town. And Walter's like, so you're just going to leave your brother? I mean, I don't know about that, right? Now, Jannard, he ain't playing around. Jannard is like, screw all this. We know Diamond is talking about how CBI gonna split and he got issues and stuff like that, which at the end of the day, your boy Jannard ain't going for it. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna spray this dude. I ain't buying their little game plan that they're trying to roll on me. And once he does that, that's when everybody starts to shooting. Diamond ends up catching Jannard and lets him know, like, look, I can take you out right here. But we know he blames himself for some of the things that Jannard has been through. And he tells him, like, look, we're going to split it down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? I get half, you get half, and we part ways. So CBI will be splitting up. Now Jannard is like, okay, you should have just did this in the first place. And if Diamond was to have done this in the first place, who knows what could have happened? I mean, I don't trust Jannard's word at all. I mean, y'all saw what this dude has been doing all season. He's talking about what Diamond should have did. What about you? What about the things that you have done? I don't trust what he's talking about, regardless of what Diamond would have done or not. Now, Claudia, she ends up shooting Liliana. We know Liliana was dropping some bodies, man. I think she dropped the last 4 horsemen off. And Claudia, she was already looking. She knew someone was back there. And once she figured out what it was, she was able to get that drop on Liliana, shoots her. And now your girl Liliana, she is fighting for her life, which at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure everybody knew it was over for her. She was going to be able to survive this one. I mean, she's already been through so much throughout the history of power in general. And this time around, she's not going to be able to pull through. Now, she got shot. She yelled Tommy's name. Tommy's losing it. He's trying to, have conversations with the Flynn family. Of course, Walter Flynn is lying. Tommy is telling Walter, like, look, he had nothing to do with the whole hit. He's telling Vic, like, look, are you crazy, dude? If I wanted to kill you, I already have done it. And just think about it. All this time we've been working together, you seen what I've been doing. Like, why would I all of a sudden just turn on you like that? It makes no sense. And this is where Claudia finally steps up and said, you know what? He's right. You're lying, father. Like, just tell the truth. You made the move on the Serbians, and this is why they came at us. Tommy is not lying at all. So all of this that we're seeing right now is all for nothing. It's all based on a lie by Walter Flynn because he didn't want to tell the full truth. So Walter's like, screw it. He lets JP go. And then, of course, your boy Vic is able to go to his family. We know Vic was pissed off. He's like, really, Pops? You made me believe all of this was true? Vic, be smart. Like, are you crazy? You know how your Pop's moving. You want to believe everything he's doing all of a sudden? Just think. Like, why would Tommy even backstab you after all the stuff that y'all been through? He's always been up front with you. So you just want to believe your daddy? Like, really? You've been seeing how he's been treating you. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. This dude is completely stupid, in my opinion. Now, of course, him and Walter, they go back and forth. And now it seems like Walter and Claudia, they're pretty much done with their pops. They're like, look, we tired of you, dude. Like, all these lies, all this stuff that's happened is all because of you. And it finally seems like Vic and Claudia, they're going to go their separate ways as far as doing business with their father. I mean, this dude is a flat out just lie. Now, Liliana, she's fighting. Tommy is trying to make sure she survives. He's telling her to fight, keep pushing. It's going to be all right. But we know that's not the case. And it seems like every time Tommy gets close to someone, they end up dying. And Tommy was like, man, you better hope you live, or the person that did this better hope you live, because if not, it's going to be hell to pay. Now, Claudia, she was trying to talk to Tommy about how to fix this. To me, I believe she was trying to talk to him about business and working together again. Tommy was like, hell nah, we ain't never, ever working together again. He's pissed off at her and all the stuff that has went down. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all, because all these bodies getting dropped off. Like, really? I mean, this is a lot. This is entirely too much based off a simple lie. Now, of course, Liliana does not make it. Tommy breaks down. And as I said, it seems like every time Tommy gets close to someone, they end up dying. Then we get towards the end of the episode. The feds, remember, they're still on the Flynn family. They're still trying to find that big fish. And of course, we got the new character, Stacey Marks. She is trying to figure out what's going on. She understands that Tommy may be the problem. Of course, she doesn't know who he is. She does have a picture of him, and she's trying to connect him to everything that's been going on. And I believe in season 2, we're going to see more of her character. And also in season 2, I believe you'll see more of like the law enforcement court side of power that we really didn't see in this show. Usually we see all types of things behind the scenes when it comes to like the courts, of course, attorneys and stuff like that. We really didn't see that much of it in force, but in season 2, I'm pretty sure it's coming back. Then we get to your girl, Jenny Sullivan, back in New York. She's talking to Agent Medina, and he's the DA special in charge. So now he runs things. And this is a power OG. I know a lot of fans have been asking about his character, especially back in the original Power. Everybody was wondering where he was, but he is back and he's running things. Of course, Blanca goes to him. We see her return once again, and she's trying to tell him about what's going on with Dublin. Those 4 guys, they end up getting taken out. She wants to connect the dots. She has a feeling that this is something big. Of course, he's not trying to really hear anything about this, but we know Blanca is not going to give up. She's not going to listen to this dude. She is going to try to figure out what this is, which we know she probably will. And once she does connect the dots and figure out it's about Tommy Egan, she is not going to sleep at all. Blanca doesn't play. She going to keep coming, man. Now, Tommy and the boys, of course, they, toast out to your girl Liliana, the most loyal, or one of the most loyal people that Tommy ever met, and he's going to miss her. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we all knew Liliana was going to end up being taken out, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the people did not want her to be taken out that soon. And I know your boy Jannard going to be salty. He going to be like, man, I didn't even get to clap those cheeks. I mean, that dude was fiending after he was able to touch that scar. I mean, that dude wished he could have got up in that, right? Now, that's not going to be the case anymore because she gone. So Jannard can definitely forget about that fantasy. It's just not going to happen. Now, we see Claudia and Vic in the 2. Of course, they're looking at a picture of Gloria, probably just reminiscing about how everything played out. I mean, this girl, her life was just taken away based on all this drama surrounded by this family. And now Claudia and Vic are talking about, we're going to make sure that we work together, me and you, no matter what. I mean, that's if Claudia doesn't continue to lie to you, because as of right now, I don't see it playing out the right way. They're trying to separate themselves from Walter Flynn. They can do what they want to do at the end of the day. But we know it's still going to be some issues with the family. That family is just flat out sick. And speaking of sick, all of a sudden your boy Walter Flynn, the man named coughed in about 3 episodes. I mean, is he healed all of a sudden? Like, really? Like, this dude ain't sick at all. But he's in his feelings because his kids has, pretty much walked away. The same thing Paulie told him. Like, you don't want to push up on your kids because eventually they going to leave if you push them to the limit. Your boy Jannard, he's in the barber shop reminiscing, wishing that everything can go back the way it used to be. But no, that's not the case. CBI is going to be split, and now you have to figure out what you going to be doing. And you need to stop doing that coke, man, because you be all over the place when you snorting that coke. Now, Diamond and Tommy, they're having a conversation, and Diamond's like, man, we only got this small spot on the map. What we gonna do? Tommy's like, look, don't worry about that because we trying to take over the whole map. Tommy wants to continue to run the game. It's not going to be easy at all, but regardless of the whole Dahlia thing not being in his, his possession anymore, he still has that drive to take over, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in season 2. And the episode ends off with Tommy smoking that cigarette, looking over Chicago. What is he going to do in this next upcoming season? He has a lot on his plate. The sad thing is he's going to have the feds on his case. Y'all know they coming, and they ain't going to be playing around. But Tommy, he's able to always, get out of all these sticky situations. I can't wait to see how he's going to do it in season 2. I know a lot of you guys want to see like a power crossover episode between Book 2 Ghosts and Book 4 Force, and I think it's probably going to happen down the line. It's probably going to happen. It needs to happen for the fans' sake, at least, right? Now, you guys let me know, man, what do you think about the season finale of Power Book 4 Force? I thought the episode was straight up fire. Of course, it was some bad times because of what happened to Liliana. Your boy Blackston, he ended up getting taken out, but it's just sad to see how everything played out based on Walter Flynn's lies. Of course, we did not get to see, more details about Paulie. And as of right now, I guess Paulie is loyal. I mean, I'm still thinking that dude got an agenda, but we didn't see any of that agenda in this episode. So I'm thinking in season 2, we will see more of his storyline and the things that happen in his life. And if he does really have his own agenda. At the same time, you're going to see more of the relationship between D-Mac and Tommy. D-Mac needs to stay out the streets. He's very smart. And, he needs to just go to school and focus on that. So we're going to see if he's going to be able to actually do that in season 2 and have a better relationship with his pops. I know a lot of you guys said y'all want to see D-Mac's moms or whatever. Y'all want to see more of his story. So I guess we got to wait until season 2 to see it. But I cannot wait, man. Power Book 4 is definitely delivered, in my opinion. And, only time should tell. Season 2 has already been renewed, so we probably want to get it next year. But you guys let me know, man. Leave your theories, predictions. Leave it all down below. Thank you guys once again for supporting your boy on another season of Power. And now it's time to get ready for Raising Kanan. Now, we will be talking more about Power Book 4, like the aftermath and, of course, fan predictions and different things like that when it comes to the ending of this season. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I will be dropping more videos this week for you guys. But thank you for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.